welcome to my kitchen again on What's Cooking Coco. So today we're gonna make something that is a healthy dish. I did a poll on Instagram and asked a few of you guys on what you think I should be cooking this week, and the choice was between something healthy and something quick and easy. So today it's gonna be both of those. It's gonna be something healthy and something quick and easy. We're gonna include tons of vegetables. I mean, not tons, but we're gonna include the majority of our dish is gonna be vegetables and protein. So let's get started, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we're gonna do and what you're gonna need. Go to the store, grab some ribeye steaks. It doesn't have to be ribeye. If your budget cannot afford ribeye, that's totally fine. These ones cost me about $20 for 3 ribeyes. That's more than enough for my family. So I'm going to be using ribeye. You can use skirt steak, you can use flank steak, you can use carne asada meat, whatever it is that you want to use, go ahead and use it. And so we're just going to use, we're going to do a super simple. We're going to take some salt and we're going to just salt them up, okay? Generous portion. We're just going to use some salt on there. Get the steaks salted up. Just like that. And not too much salt, because what we're going to do is we're going to add some of our amino acids, so our coconut aminos, okay? And then we're going to put some pepper on there. So we're going to do some salt and then some fresh ground pepper. Give it some flavor, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to some garlic powder. I love me some garlic, so we're just gonna do that. Sprinkle a whole bunch of garlic powder all over it. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and massage it so it evenly distributes all the seasonings, okay? Just like that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do it for both sides, okay? So we're gonna make sure you do that on both sides. Okay, and then another thing is you're gonna wanna add a little bit of red pepper flakes. I like a heat. So does my family. So if you don't like too much of a heat, don't add it. That is optional. Okay? Wash my hands. And I'm going to just go ahead and do it again on the other side. And I've already preheated my oven, because what we're going to do is we're going to fry it up. Now, once that's evenly coated with your seasonings, what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to put it in our cast iron. Our cast iron is already preheated to about a medium high heat, and then I have the oven preheated at 375 degrees, because after we get them nice and brown on each side, we're going to stick it in the oven, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And so we're going to need some butter. And I'm gonna put some butter in our cast iron, because that's how we're gonna fry these up. To make sure that we use some good quality butter. I like either an Irish butter or a Kerry Gold. Kerry Gold is one of my favorites, one of our kids' favorites, and we're just gonna throw some butter in the pan. Okay, however much you want. Do that. Take our steaks, and as long as it's hot enough, and it looks like it is because that butter is melting quickly, we're going to place our steak inside our pan, just like that. And I don't know if I'll get all 3 of them in there. It doesn't look like it, because these are some big old hefty steaks. Okay, so now we're gonna do our vegetable, and we're gonna use some asparagus. You can use whatever type of vegetable that you have at home. I happen to have asparagus, and I'm going to use it. So just gonna chop it up in half, okay? We're gonna get rid of half of it. You want them to look like this, okay? These ones do not throw away, because you can actually use the rest of the asparagus, the halves of them, in like a frittata, or like in any breakfast dish that you want. You can chop it up real nicely and you can use them. So don't throw them away, okay? And so that's it. I washed it, cleaned it, chopped it. This is how much I'm gonna use. And then I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna salt it up in my frying pan with some butter and some garlic. And that's it. It's that simple, guys. Okay, now I got my butter in there, and we're just gonna throw in half of the garlic. Not half, but just a little bit of what we used. We chopped up, I mean. Okay, just like that. And then that's it. That easy. Okay, let that cook for a little bit. I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of salt, okay? I know that was a little bit of salt, but that's purposed because I'm gonna put some of our coconut aminos in there, okay? Just like that. While we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and check on our steaks to see what it looks like, and look at all that grease popping. There it goes. Look at how beautiful that looks. It's exactly how we want it to look. We're just gonna flip them, just like that. We need that brown toastiness on the outside. And at this point, now that it's like that, now what I'm gonna do is remember the garlic that we chopped up, okay? I'm gonna take the garlic and we're just gonna put it all on top, okay? And on the sides and inside that butter, just like that, okay? Give it a few minutes so that way it marries with all the flavors, okay? Now I'm gonna take the rest of my coconut aminos and I am just gonna pour it all on top of there, okay? Just like that, just like that. And so from start to finish, this dish literally should take no more than about a half an hour, 45 minutes. It's so easy. It's literally easy to do. Asparagus is done and our steaks are in the oven finishing off cooking. Now we're gonna work on our cauliflower rice, okay? A lot of people that I know, it's like a hit and miss with cauliflower rice because I think it's literally like trial and error. You are not sure how to cook it. I've had friends that I've said, hey, have you tasted cauliflower rice, even family? And they're like, no, I don't like it because it's too mushy. I have the perfect trick for you to make a cauliflower rice that is not mushy, okay? And I usually get frozen. A lot of people don't like frozen cauliflower rice. They like fresh. That's totally up to you. That's your business. You get whatever you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and put avocado oil, okay? We're gonna use some avocado oil. We're gonna let it get hot, our pan nice and hot. And then once it's nice and hot, we're gonna dump our cauliflower rice. This is exactly what it looks like. And there's still some, you know, because it was in the freezer, still some, has a wetness to it, okay? And that's the sound that we wanna hear, okay? Our pan is nice and hot. If they're big chunks, break it up. What I like to do is beforehand, I like to take my cauliflower rice, and if it's usually like a block, I slam it on the floor a couple of times so that way it breaks it all up. And you're just gonna let it cook like that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and throw some garlic powder on that. And I'm gonna take my salt and I'm gonna add some salt to it. Okay, I'm gonna just add some salt. I'm gonna let it cook, just like that. Make sure you kind of stir it a little bit so that way it incorporates some of that salty flavor. This is done, and I told you, this is how I like mine. I like it to have a little bit of browning in there. That's how I like my cauliflower rice. It's not mushy, and it's like a bit dry, but not too dry. This is just the right texture that I want it to be. And that's it. All right, our steaks are done, and now we're just gonna go ahead and plate our food, okay? We're gonna cut into this steak to make sure that it's exactly the way that I like it. We're gonna cut it into chunks, okay? That's how I'm gonna do it. The steak is so tender. I mean, it's super easy to cut into. Okay, just like that. My cauliflower rice, and we are just gonna scoop some up, put it on our plate. Asparagus is done, just like that. I mean, this is healthy, guys. I mean, half of our plate is going to be vegetables for our meat. Just gonna put however many pieces you want there for your family, however much they wanna eat. Just like that. And that's what you call a healthy, quick, and easy meal in 30 minutes. And I'm gonna try it because we have to try it. We have to make sure that the food tastes good, right? Let's get a bite of that. I'm gonna taste the cauliflower rice first because I love cauliflower rice. Yes. Let's try the meat. Dip it in that butter. Wow. That steak is so soft. And it's so good. I can't. Guys, thank you for joining me in my kitchen this week. And that is what we are making in What's Cooking Coco. See you guys next week. Bye.